Hey there friends, I am so excited about a new release from Concord and Ninth. There are so many amazing new products included in today's release, but I wanted to start off by showing you one of my favorites, the Posies Inlay die. I love inlay dies because they create an entire background. You just have to pick a beautiful color scheme. And I have one here starting with powder, then creamsicle, sorbet, nectar, and avocado. I've already cut all of these colors to A2 size, that's 4¼ by 5½. And next we're going to run each one of them through my die cutting machine using this Posies Inlay die. Okay, I just ran my green avocado cardstock through the die, and half of it, most of it, came out on my magic mat. So I'm going to grab my press and seal, and I have a piece stuck to the top right here, and I am going to capture all of these with the press and seal and just kind of press that down. Just trying to make sure all of this is on here, so that everything kind of stays intact. Okay. And then I have a few other pieces that stayed stuck in here because of the tape, or this one right here. Looks like it probably belongs here. So sometimes this technique can get a little bit fiddly, but I always find that it's worth it. And I didn't really have much that fell out, so this was really a good result. Okay, so there's all my avocado pieces intact. I can even keep this one. You never know if you might want one of those pieces later on. Now for nectar and my next two colors, creamsicle and sorbet, what's most important are the flowers. I can't see myself really using the leaves in nectar, so I'm not going to focus on those so much as I am the flowers. So just making sure I have these flowers intact, and then I'm going to grab another piece of press and seal. And get everything picked up. I'm going to save the background on this one because you never know, you might want a creamsicle background. And I also think that nectar would be a nice background to save as well. And for this one, I'm not going to worry about the flowers. I'm going to worry about the background. So now it's time for me to sit down, and I have an A2 folded top fold cardstock piece here. I'm going to go ahead and close this with some temporary adhesive to keep that down. This is my powder background, and I'm going to place this on the card front and go ahead and adhere this down. The easiest way to do that is to grab your liquid adhesive with a fine tip, and I'm just going to add dots. Okay, I'm just gonna line this up in that upper left corner. And you do have some wiggle room here because we are using liquid adhesive. If you wanted to make this even more dimensional, you could cut this twice, either both from powder or once from white cardstock and then powder to even give that more lift. Okay, so now is the time where we get to play. This is my favorite part of inlay cards, is that you can take different pieces and mix and match and try to come up with the right kind of combination. So what I was thinking was having a contrasting color against the powder would be great. So I'm starting with the creamsicle. Then I want a brighter kind of color. So I was thinking sorbet for this inner piece. Turn that. And then lastly, the dot in nectar. That is really cute. I really love that combination. It's not too contrasting. It has those kind of orange vibes against the blue. I think it's really pretty. Sorbet for the center portion, that frilly portion of the flower. And I'm going to adhere those one by one. The last color that I'm doing is nectar. And I'm going to put these in the flower centers. And this will finish off the flowers. Okay, so my flowers are done and I am so excited about how this is looking. It is adorable. Now it's time for the greenery. So this set was designed so that you could do the greenery in two different colorways, or you can keep it all the same as one. I think it would actually look pretty awesome doing it in two different colorways. So I'm going to take a chance and go the extra step here and place the two different colorways. I may be crazy, but I think it could be worth it. Okay, there are all of my avocado pieces, and now I'm going to cut this from artichoke and then place it in here too. And that two-tone leaf looks so good, totally worth it, totally worth the effort. Okay, that might have been some work, but look at this card. How gorgeous is that? I am so excited about this color combination and I just think it is lovely. Now, I don't want to cover this up too much since I just did all of that work. So what I want to do is grab the defined stamp set. This is also brand new this month. Absolutely the cutest stamp set. It has definitions of these words. So hello, a salutation or greeting, hugs, expressions of affection, hooray, exclamation, a celebratory cheer. How fun is this? So I was thinking I could do friend, a person you like a lot. I think that one's really nice. So let's get that stamped. So usually when you get a new stamp set, it just needs a minute to figure itself out. So usually the second and third time you stamp it, it's much better than the first. And that looks great. So I'm going to die cut it out with the rectangle first, and then go back and do it with a different color. Oh, and I like that little edge there. I think it just adds a lot. And then we're going to use a higher loft foam adhesive to add the sentiment on the front. And I think I will put this more towards the top of the card. And I'm just going to make sure that it is centered on the flower design and it's nice and straight. The last thing I'm going to add are a few dewdrops. I love that these don't add any color, so they're not going to distract from the pattern, but they just add a different sheen, like a shine on the background. Oh my goodness. Look how adorable that card is. I just love it. And I have quite a few more pieces here to make more of these inlay cards. Thanks so much for watching me create this sweet card using the inlay technique. I hope you love it as much as I do, and I promise the effort is worth the results. It creates a beautiful card with just a winning color combination. You can find the links to the Posies inlay die and the Defined bundle at the link in my video details below. I hope you enjoyed today's video and you will subscribe to see more. Happy creating!